superstition, the supernatural, mobile devices and internet, parents and grandparents, school life, traveling, our 10th episode anniversary with an extra special event. We will be discussing and playing Roblox, online shopping, Western food and cuisine,
festivals, traditional and festival costumes, a very mysterious subject to discuss, dreams, fast food, Eastern cuisine. Oh my God, this hot pot looks delicious.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 98th edition of Englishing with James. First off, I want to express my dissatisfaction with Instagram because the filters never work. I'm just on a normal filter right now. This really upsets me. Anyway, doesn't matter. We have a great show ahead of us. Okay. The big subject today is travel to New Zealand. This was the set of Lord of the Rings and has some of the most beautiful landscapes in the world. As you see behind me, some beautiful waterfalls. I think I'm about 4 seconds behind delay on the show. I apologize for that. And there was some technical problems this morning on my behalf. I want to apologize to all of our fans. It happens. Listen, I couldn't even make my coffee this morning. That's a tragedy. Okay. As we always do, we're going to start the show with some weather around Asia. So today we first will be traveling to, bear with me, Colombo, Sri Lanka, or Sri Lanka. I've heard it said both ways, pronounced both ways. It's all your preference. Okay, looks like some mighty fine weather in Sri Lanka. Okay, we'll start off with today's forecast. We have 31 for a high, 23 for a low, some sun, then clouds, 25% chance of rain. Okay, I think I see it on the screen now. All right. Tomorrow, the 24th, we have a high of 30, a low of 22, partly sunny and pleasant. Okay, Tuesday, the 25th, we have a high of 30, a low of 21, sun through high clouds. You know, if it says 1%, 2% or less of a chance for precipitation, I won't even say it. It's not going to happen. All right, Wednesday, the 26th, we have a high of 30, a low of 22, mostly sunny and pleasant. Looks like a trend here. Thursday, we have a high of 32, a low of 21, mostly cloudy. Friday, the 28th, we have a high of 31, a low of 22, mostly cloudy and less humid. Saturday, we have a high of 33, a low of 23, a shower in the afternoon, 55% chance of rain. Next Sunday, the 30th, we have a high of 34, a low of 23, partly sunny. Monday, the 31st, we have a high of 34, a low of 23, mostly sunny. Tuesday, the 1st of February, we have a high of 33, a low of 23, partly sunny with a shower, 59% chance of rain. And then Wednesday, the 2nd, we have a high of 32, a low of 23, sun and some clouds. Thursday, our final day of our Sri Lanka forecast, we have a high of 32, a low of 23 with plenty of sun. Okay. I don't see the weather forecast on our simulcast. Nevertheless, I'm going to continue. Okay, people. Where shall we travel next? I have a good one. I think you're going to like this one. All right. I just hope I pronounced the city right. Okay, we're going to travel to Lhasa, Tibet. Okay, today's forecast for Tibet. We have a high of 6, a low of -8, partly sunny and chilly, 25% chance of precipitation, most likely snow. All right, tomorrow we have a high of 5, a low of -7, mostly cloudy and chilly, 25% chance of snow. We'll say precipitation. I mean, 5, it can rain. Tuesday, the 25th, we have a high of 9, a low of -6, sunny to partly cloudy, 25% chance of rain or precipitation. We'll just say precipitation. We really don't know what it's going to be in Tibet. Rain during the day, snow at night, I think. All right, Wednesday, the 26th, we have a high of 7, a low of -6, mostly cloudy and chilly, 25% chance of precipitation. Thursday, the 27th, we have a high of 2, a low of -7, mostly cloudy and cold, 25% chance of precipitation. Friday, we have a high of 2, a low of -9, overcast and cold, 25% chance of precipitation. Saturday, the 29th, we have a high of 6, a low of -8, plenty of sunshine, 10% chance of precipitation. Sunday, the 30th, next Sunday to be precise, we have a high of 7, a low of -4, considerable clouds, 25% chance of precipitation. Monday, the 31st, we have a high of 8, a low of -7, considerable cloudiness, 25% chance. Okay, Tuesday, the 1st, we have a high of 3, a low of -6, considerable cloudiness, 25% chance of precipitation. And Wednesday, the 2nd, we have a high of 4, a low of negative. I said negative for the first time. Why? -7, cloudy with afternoon snow, 66% chance of snow. And rounding out our weather report for this edition of Englishing with Jings, Thursday, the 3rd, we have a high of 3, a low of -11, cloudy and cold with evening snow, 66% chance of that happening. Okay, people. That's going to wrap it up for the 98th edition of our weather report, which brings us into the magical, mysterious horoscope report. Okay. Let's get straight to it. As they say in Great Britain, straight away. Okay, as always, we will be starting with Aries. Excuse me. All right, this week you can make real headway in your career. Aries, opportunities are lining up. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius, making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of technology and the future. Something you've seen before pops up, and the universe is saying, give this another look. This is about future trends and an opportunity for you, Aries. If you don't have time at the moment to explore this idea, at least write it down. It's valuable information. Okay, with Mars in Sagittarius in your house of exploration, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus in your house of cash money, maybe you have an overwhelming desire to buy plane tickets for an impromptu vacation. You might want to borrow a lot of money to go back to school when you're not sure what you want to study. Today, Aries, be careful on impulse spending. All right. On to the bull. This week, there are opportunities to put yourself at the head of the table. Taurus, you are taking charge. Taking charge, Taurus. Makes sense. All right, this week begins with the sun in Aquarius, making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of career and reputation. You're in the spotlight with the sun elevated in your chart, shining a light on your talents and abilities. Taurus, you are more visible at this time, and this can help you take your life in a whole new direction. You're not always comfortable on stage, but right now, put that aside because there is an opportunity ahead. All right, with Mars in Sagittarius in your house of investments and passive income sources, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus in your house of confidence. There is a huge temptation today to leap into an investment that you don't know much about. Taurus, you might have heard the terms on social media, seen a couple of videos on YouTube, but be cautious as you could be heading in the wrong direction. You need to jump into something before you've done your research. Sound advice. All right, that brings us to Gemini. This week, you can achieve more by believing in yourself, Gemini. The sky's the limit. All right, this week begins on Monday with the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of education. If you're in school, it's time to lean in, Gemini. You might want to investigate better study habits. Use the Cal Newport method of getting straight A's or the PQ4R method for preparing for a test. And if you're not in school, this aspect suggests it's time to add to your knowledge. Knowledge is king. We all seek it. Okay. If we don't, we should. Okay, with Mars in Sagittarius in your house of relationships, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus in your house of spirituality. Gemini, you might be quite distracted from an important goal today. A dating partner or someone you're interested in has captivated your attention. You could be fixated on someone from your past, a relationship that didn't work out, and now this person is back. Might be asking if you're ready to give it another try. Normally, this wouldn't faze you, but today it could be quite irritating. All right. On to Cancer. All right, all you crabs. This week, you're finding the balance between your current self and future self. Cancer, you're heading in the right direction. This week begins with the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of money from business and passive income sources. Now you might be very interested in investments or a profit-generating business that you can do on the side. Cancer, with this energy today, you have a big flashlight that you can shine the light into the darkest corners to find out the information you need to unlock the secrets to wealth. This is a good day for investigation. All right, with Mars in Sagittarius in your house of habits, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus, it's very easy to fall into a bad habit as you fulfill current desires. Cancer, you might say that your future self will feel more like working on a business or researching investment, so you will do it tomorrow. This is an old trap. Don't put off until tomorrow what you could do today. It's called procrastination. All right, on to Leo the Lion. Rawr. All right, Leo, this week you're moving into a better direction. You're making great headway. This week begins with the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of relationships. This is one of the best days for looking for love. Leo, you can reach out to someone you've met before, perhaps through an online dating site. You might be approached by an old lover who says they've changed and want to try again. Consider informing friends and family that you're open to suggestions about your love life. What about the ones that aren't single? It's always about single people. Anyway, on the same day, in your house of risk-taking, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus in your house of career. Your head might be so filled with thoughts of love that you forget to show up to work. Hi, Nancy. Welcome to the show. Or you might be thinking of playing hooky to sneak off for a little romance. But today is not a good day to play fast and lose with your job. This could be the day that the CEO is looking for you. Horoscope time, Nancy. Welcome to the show. I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. Where have you been? Oh, it's okay. We were late today, actually. No problem. Okay. Aw. We miss you, Nancy. You've been there since day one. You are fabulous. Your presence is always welcome, just so you know. Okay, peeps, we're going to move on to Virgos horoscope. This week, you're fighting through distractions and winning. Virgo, you're coming out ahead. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius, making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of coworkers. Someone you work with could pay you a great compliment. This person might see your talents and abilities beyond what others do, especially your boss. Maybe this person encourages you to do something more with your career. And because Mercury is retrograde, this is probably not the first time you've heard this. Soon you might be thinking about new career possibilities. All right, with Mars in Sagittarius in your house of dwellings, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus and your house of exploration. Just when you're ready to take action on an important goal, you remember you need to clean the cat box, defrost the freezer, clean the oven, iron your underwear, or do any number of other mundane tasks. Distractions are numerous today. Virgo, try not to get off track by a bit of dust or laundry that doesn't smell April fresh. Okay. On to Libra. All right. This week, someone offers you a helping hand. Libra, you are more supported than you realize. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius, making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of love and romance. It's all about love and romance with the horoscopes today, Nancy. I'm just saying. Libra, maybe you receive a tantalizing message from your dating partner. You might be tempted to take this relationship to a more intimate place. You could be describing fantasies and talking about possibilities. Even though you might not be with each other physically, you could be having a lot of fun. Nancy says, I don't know. Oh, I'm sure you do. Come on. Quit being modest. On the same day, in your house of transportation, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus and your house of credit and debt. Issues around your vehicle or how you get from point A to point B could be quite distracting today. Mercury is retrograde, and so there could be a lot of frustration if you're dealing with mechanics or car dealerships. If there's any way to avoid this interaction until next month, take it. Otherwise, Libra, be prepared to be irked. Irked means annoyed. Annoyed is a very good synonym for irked, by the way. Okay, we are moving on to Scorpio. All right, this week your words are heard by others. Scorpio, you're making yourself understood. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius, making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of home and family. A person in your family might come to you expressing appreciation and admiration for everything you do. This will be echoed by other family members who apologize for not saying it sooner. Scorpio, it's likely you will receive some accolades for your efforts at home. All right, with Mars in Sagittarius in your house of cash money, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus in your house of relationships. Scorpio, it's easy to get distracted today by the differences that you and your partner have when it comes to finances. It's likely you have different goals, dissimilar levels of risk tolerance, and distinct levels of experience. And with this energy, there is the temptation to argue, but it would be better to sit down and have an adult conversation about how to increase your wealth. It's all about the wealth. It's all about cash money these days, right? Okay, on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. This week you make some financial headway. You're putting yourself on the road to prosperity. There's a good word, prosperity. This week begins with the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of communication. Today, Sagittarius, you could receive some accolades for a recent communication, some published writing, or a lecture you've given. You might feel quite compelled to then continue this writing or teaching. People are giving you compliments because you're good at this. It's time to lean in. All right. In your own sign of Sagittarius, in your house of confidence, making an inconjunct to the North Node in Taurus in your house of routines. Sometimes you just get in your own way. Maybe it's the lack of confidence, or you have the confidence, but you don't know how to take the steps to move forward on your goal. It's time to activate your super brain by asking yourself good questions. You might want to start with, what's the next step? And don't take, I don't know, for an answer. All right, on to Capricorn. Maybe. There it is. All right, this week you're moving forward with great alacrity. Capricorn, it's like you're on rails. Okay. This week begins with the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of money. You could receive a windfall or someone offers you a job. When benefits like this come to you during Mercury retrograde, it can happen in multiples. If this is related to a job, set your start date outside the retrograde time. That's after February 3rd for all you Capricorns. All right, on the same day, in your house of escape, makes an inconjunct to the North Node in your house of creativity. Today, there are tantalizing distractions, including great TV, movies, and video games. If you want to build something in your life, you need to find a way to eliminate distraction. Capricorn, consider putting temptations aside by turning off your phone, or if necessary, get one of those apps that increase productivity by blocking social media and entertainment channels. There's some good advice. All of that stuff just wastes our time. All right, on to Aquarius. All right, this week you can tap into a treasure trove of spiritual energy, Aquarius. You're receiving help from your spiritual family. That's always nice when your spiritual family helps. This week begins with the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of magnetism. People are quite attracted to you, as if you have some sort of gravitational pull. There are forces at work here to bring opportunities for friendships, partnerships, or even a romantic relationship. Aquarius, this is not a day to hide under the covers. Let yourself be seen socially or on social media. With Mars in Sagittarius in your house of technology, making an inconjunct to the North Node in your house of home and family, today you could get bogged down in some problem with your phone, laptop, or Alexa keeps ordering extra dog food and you don't even have a dog. And because Mercury is retrograde, it's very difficult to correct this issue. I would kill Alexa if she did that to me. All right, last but not least, Pisces people. Then we're on to some really intriguing vocabulary. Okay. This week, a new community is welcoming you with open arms. Pisces, you're making new friends. It's always nice to make new friends. Okay. This week begins with the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in your house of friendships. You might be getting together with someone you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe they've reached out to you after months or years of separation, and now you're connected again. Not only are they very happy to see you, they have interesting news for you. All right, with Mars in Sagittarius. See, me, I am a single. Okay, I am a single person, but that doesn't have to be, Nancy. You don't have to be. Unless you like it. Some people would rather be solo, rather be single. What's your preference? Are you looking for love, Nancy? Because I think it's out there. I really do. Okay. This week begins, but did I already read that? If I did, I'm doing it again. With the Sun in Aquarius making a conjunction to Mercury retrograde, I think I did. Maybe not. You might be getting together with someone you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe they've reached out to you after months or years of separation, and now you're connected again. Yep, I did read that. Okay. With Mars in Sagittarius in your house of career, making an inconjunct to the North Node in your house of communication. A message you receive from your job could make you bristle. Pisces, you might not like your supervisor's tone or the fact that upper management is not considering the feelings of others. This might make you consider whether working at this place is right for you. It's possible you need to consider changing jobs in 2022. Okay, that's some serious advice. Nancy says, no, someone is true people. Okay, what do you mean? It's like you don't need anybody else, probably, right? Or you're looking for that true person. I could take this two different ways. Oh, Nancy. Okay, a lot of people go through divorce. This is common in the 21st century. But there has to be someone who truly loves you. Come on. And it's never too late for love. Never. You know, I have a lot of students from China, and I hear that once you reach a certain age, it's tough to be matched again. Because I think after you surpass that age limit, most people don't get married again, but I don't believe in that. I believe that there's always a chance to find true love. Don't give up, Nancy. Your man is out there somewhere. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. And by the way, we love you here at Jing's. Don't say no one loves you. We love you at Jing's. Okay. It's time for vocabulary, people. Are you ready for some new vocabulary, Nancy? I have new vocabulary every week to help everybody with their sentence structure. It's time to fill in that sentence structure and fully express yourself in English, just like you do in Chinese. I'm here to help you with that. All right. Oh my gosh, I didn't even prepare it. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm so sorry. Nancy says, know someone. Nancy, I don't believe that. Nancy wants to be in the video. Okay, we're going to put vocabulary on hold. Is it working? Hi, Nancy. Oh my God, you're finally with us. You know what? Hang on 1 second. Let me turn my volume up. Okay, I can't hear you for some reason. Okay, listen, I don't believe that. I think that I can't hear. Oh, this is bad. There's no audio. Hold on. Something has to be wrong here. It says my, okay. I don't know. It says that there's no audio. Okay, talk now. I still can't hear. Okay, hold on a second. I don't understand why this isn't working. Nothing. I could hear that. Okay, this is not fair. I want to hear you. There's nothing. It's nice to see you, Nancy. It's really nice to see you. But I can't hear you. Ah, darn it. Finally, I get Nancy on for video and I can't hear. You know what, Nancy? I think that maybe you had to turn your volume up, your audio. Oh my God, it was so great to see you finally. Listen, even if I couldn't hear you, nice to finally see you. We're here for another 45 minutes. So if you want to come back on, just send me a request and we can try it again. Okay. All right, let's get to vocabulary. Vocabulary. Maybe. Where is vocabulary? Okay, I'm going crazy today. Nothing's working correctly. Is there anything in the astrology about that? Okay. Ah, man, I'm so mad that I couldn't hear Nancy. Okay. We're moving on to vocabulary. Our first vocabulary of the day is appealing. Appealing. Say it with me, everybody. Appealing. Okay, appealing is an adjective and it means having appeal, pleasing, marked by earnest entreaty. Appealing. All right. Moving on to number 2, topography. Topography. Say it with me, everybody. Topography. Okay. Topography is a noun and it is the physical or natural features of an object or entity and their structural relationship. The configuration of a surface, including its relief and the position of its natural and man-made features. Topography. Okay. I'm still mad that we couldn't hear Nancy. Number 3, we have alluring. Maybe it's Instagram. You know, I can't use a filter. I can't hear Nancy. Ooh, that makes me mad. I can't get that out of my head. I'm sorry, everybody. Alluring. Say it with me, everybody. Alluring. Okay, alluring is another adjective, and it's having a strongly attractive or enticing quality. Alluring. Okay, on to number 4, harbor. Harbor. Say it with me, everybody. Harbor. Very good. Harbor is a noun. This is a part of a body of water protected and deep enough to furnish anchorage. Harbor. The harbor in New Zealand is beautiful. I've seen pictures. You know what? just want Nancy to know that she has love here. Okay. Next up, we have charming. Charming. Say it with me, everyone. Charming. Okay, charming is another adjective, and it's extremely pleasing or delightful. Charming. Okay. Up next, we have coastline. Coastline. I don't see coastline on the screen. Charming is nice. It's time for coastline. Coastline. There it is. Say it with me, everybody. Coastline. Very good. All right. Coastline is a line that forms the boundary between the land and the ocean or a lake. Beach. Coastline. Lots of beaches in New Zealand. Beautiful beaches, by the way. Okay. On to number 7, mysterious. Mysterious. Say it with me, everybody. Mysterious. Okay, mysterious is an adjective. Close life? Close life? What do you mean, Nancy? Did you see I wrote you a message? I wrote, we love you, Nancy. Okay, mysterious is an adjective of relating to or constituting mystery. Exciting wonder, curiosity, or surprise while baffling efforts to comprehend or identify. Stirred by or attracted to the inexplicable. Mysterious. It's a great word, isn't it, Nancy? Mysterious. That is so mysterious. I wonder. Okay. On to number 8, we have summit. Summit. Say it with me, everyone. Summit. It's all about phonics. It's all about how you move your mouth, how you hold your lips and your teeth. Summit. Okay, summit is a noun. This is the highest point of a mountain, the top of the mountain, the highest level. Or you can also say it's a meeting or series of meetings between the leaders of 2 or more governments. But okay, we're talking about the topmost level attainable, the apex, the pinnacle. That is the summit. Okay. Number 9, we have delightful. Seeing our friend Nancy today was rather delightful. Delightful. How to spell which one? Delightful? Mysterious? Maybe I should start spelling these words. You know, that's a good idea, Nancy. I never thought of that. You know, unfortunately, I used to be able to write the list of vocabulary on Instagram, but it doesn't give me the option to do that sometimes lately. But okay, I'm going to write for you. Mysterious first. And delightful. Okay, say it with me, everybody. Delightful. Did everybody say that? Okay, delightful. All right. Delightful means highly pleasing. It's an adjective, once again. Close life. What's close life? That's so mysterious and kind of delightful. I'm curious about this one. I don't know. Close life. You let me know, Nancy. I'm going to continue with the vocabulary. Okay. Yes, delightful is highly pleasing. Very nice. Okay. On to our next word, nature. We all know nature, right? Delightful. Very good, Nancy. Yes, delightful is something that's just very pleasing, very nice. As I said, I think you left for a second, but I said, seeing our friend Nancy today was rather delightful. Nature. Say it with me, y'all. Nature. Okay, nature is a noun. This is the physical world and everything in it that is not made by people. The natural forces that control what happens in the world. Nature. Okay. Next, we have stunning. I like this word. Stunning. Say it with me, everybody. Stunning. Very good. Stunning is another adjective. Can anybody notice it's like noun or adjective, noun, adjective, noun, adjective, noun? That's the pattern today. Stunning is causing astonishment or disbelief or strikingly impressive, especially in beauty or excellence. Stunning. All right, on to number 12, we have terrain. Great graphics today. Terrain. Say it with me, everybody. Terrain. Terrain is a noun. This is a geographic area, a piece of land, the physical features of a tract of land. Terrain. Environment. Very synonymous. Okay. And finally, our final vocab for week 98, we have woodland. Perfect graphic for that one, by the way, or picture. Woodland. Say it with me, everyone. Woodland. That's right. Okay, woodland is noun. It's land covered with woody vegetation, timberland, forest, of or related to or being wood, land. Okay, it's also a geographical name, but not in this case. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for the 98th edition of Englishing with James's vocabulary, which is related to traveling to New Zealand. Okay, now we finally get to talk about exploring New Zealand. All right, I've been waiting for this. As I mentioned briefly at the beginning of our show, if you've ever watched any of the Lord of the Rings series movies or any of the Hobbit movies, these were shot on location in New Zealand. And that place has magical natural beauty. It really does. New Zealand is located so far down in the bottom of the southern hemisphere. I think it's overlooked a little bit too much. This is Australia's neighbors to the east. And it's a very small, I shouldn't say small, but moderate sized island. And it's just all around beautiful. And I highly recommend people to see it. I mean, it's magical. Here, we're going to get into it right now. Okay, I'm going to share screen with this one. Okay, what we're going to be looking at is the 10 best places to visit in New Zealand, okay? For many travelers, New Zealand is both a dream destination and once-in-a-lifetime place to visit. If you're planning your first trip to New Zealand, or if you're planning to return trip to see more of this beautiful and wild country, you may want to know which places in New Zealand are at the top of the must-see list. Here are our picks for the 10 best places to go in New Zealand. All credit to Smart Traveler or Smart Travel. I love this website. They give really great suggestions. We've used it in the past. Okay, the Bay of Islands. Just, you know what? You guys need to look at this. I think I can just switch here, huh? There we go. Okay. The Bay of Islands is one of the best places to go in New Zealand for fishing, sailing, and other water sports. The Bay of Islands is about 3 hours by car from Auckland. This gorgeous region is made up of 144 islands between Cape Brett and the Purua Peninsula. I don't know if we can actually see this good. Hold on. There we go. Okay. What's there to do in the Bay of Islands, you asked? Get on or in the water. Try scuba diving with Waiheke dives intro to diving course. You will be ferried far out into the bay to explore a whole new underwater world. Or get up close and personal with the marine life in the Bay of Islands on a Fuller's Great Sights hole in the rock dolphin cruise. On a good day, you'll see both whales and dolphins on this cruise. Excellent. This cruise will take you to one of the Bay of Islands' most famous sites, the Hole in the Rock. You can sail through this unique opening in a rock formation when the tide is right. I've heard about this. Okay, where to stay. Spend a night at the historic Duke of Marlborough Hotel, which has the distinction of holding the oldest pub license in New Zealand and is located on a peninsula that sticks straight out into the middle of the bay. Perfect. Oh, look at that, guys. Milford Sound, New Zealand. Wow. Make that bigger for everybody to see. I mean, just look at that. Stunning beauty. You know, I was talking to my producer, CEO of Jing's this morning, and she asked me about the nightlife. I don't even care about the nightlife when I see pictures like this. All right. Rudyard Kipling called Milford Sound the eighth wonder of the world. And if you visit this region of New Zealand, you'll see why. Formed by glaciers during the Ice Age, the landscape around Milford Sound still bears evidence of its creation in the form of epic scenery. Cliffs ride from fjords crowned by mountains and waterfalls. That's what I'm talking about. The best way to see this is by boat. Take a sightseeing cruise on the fjord to see waterfalls and wildlife, such as dolphins and penguins in the same setting. Come on, peeps. Or navigate the waters under your own steam on a kayaking tour. Once you've experienced the water from the surface, go underneath with a visit to the Milford Discovery Center and Underwater Observatory. This is the only floating underwater observatory in New Zealand, and visitors can go more than 30 feet deep while staying dry and get 360 degrees of the underwater environment. There's not a lot of places to stay close to the sound, but if you'd rather not drive the 3.5 hours from Queenstown, consider the Milford Sound Lodge. Okay, this is on the campus, I believe. The lodge offers several packages for hiking and boat tours, and there really is no beating this spot in terms of access to the sound. Okay. Here's your nightlife. Auckland, New Zealand. Of course, there's metro life in New Zealand. Okay, as both the largest city in New Zealand and its international air travel hub, Auckland is one of the best places to go in New Zealand. Many international flights arrive in New Zealand through Auckland Airport, which makes it an ideal city from which to start your exploration of New Zealand. This is a nice skyline. Okay. The Brent metropolis before venturing farther afield in New Zealand. Here are our suggestions for what to see and do in Auckland. Okay. Get some culture by visiting one of the many museums in Auckland, such as the Auckland Art Gallery. This is the highest art institution in New Zealand, featuring more than 15,000 works of historic, modern, and contemporary art. If the weather is nice, take a stroll through the 185-acre Auckland Domain Park. If you're visiting on a Saturday, include a stop at the nearby Parnell's Farmers Market, which sells fresh produce in the morning. And here we go. For the nightlife, Auckland is also home to a host of multicultural bars and restaurants serving up all types of cuisine. So be sure to dine in downtown Auckland and go out for a cocktail or two to check out the nightlife. If you're looking for adventure activities, consider the Auckland Bridge climb. And if you're really brave, try the Auckland Bridge bungee jump. No, thank you. If you're looking for guided trips in Auckland, book an Auckland City tour or an America's Cup sailing experience at Waitomo Harbor. Okay, no matter where you stay in Auckland, you'll be close to something interesting. Try the accommodations at City Life Auckland, which is within walking distance of several Auckland highlights like the harbor, which I mentioned earlier in the show, both North and Prince's Wharf, and the Sky Tower. Okay, another beautiful landscape. Check that out. All right. I hope I say this, Waiheke Island, New Zealand. Just a little more than 30 minutes by boat from downtown Auckland is Waiheke Island, or Waiheke. I don't know. One of the best places to go in New Zealand for wine lovers. For a small island in the middle of Hauraki Gulf, Waiheke Island is home to a lot of vineyards. To sample as many of them as you can on your visit to Waiheke Island, you'll want to find someone else to drive. Our pick is Waiheke Island Wine Tours, whose expert local guides will shuttle you around to 3 vineyards to sample 14 different wines. Okay. Sounds like an adventure. All that wine from the vineyards will make you hungry. When it's time to eat, book your lunch or dinner at the Mud Brick Vineyard Restaurant, a gorgeous eatery with sprawling views of the vineyard and the sea. For a really special meal, book the Mud Brick Vineyard Restaurant's tasting menu, a 7-course event with wine pairings. That's a lot of wine in one day. You're going to be drunk. All right. Of course, there's more to do on Waiheke Island than just drink wine. Waiheke Island is also famous for its vibrant art communities, beaches, forests, and olive groves. We recommend booking a culture tour, scenic flight, or hiking trip while you're there to really see why Waiheke Island is one of the best places to go in New Zealand. Where to stay? Looks like the Delamore Lodge. All right, we're going to move on. Okay, Christchurch, New Zealand. I've heard this city a few times. That just looks beautiful to me. I see why Lord of the Rings wanted to choose New Zealand as their backdrop. It makes total sense. Okay, and that's right. This is why we always hear about Christchurch. There's so many earthquakes. Okay, despite being rocked by 4 large earthquakes between September of 2010 and December 2011, Christchurch has made a true comeback. Visit to Christchurch Visitors to Christchurch will see evidence of the city's rebirth everywhere, including new buildings made out of old shipping containers and other unique materials like the cardboard cathedral. Of course, many of Christchurch's original attractions are still standing. One of the best places to visit is the Christchurch Botanic Gardens, a sprawling network of conservatories, walking tracks, and horticultural displays. The garden also features some of the largest, tallest, and oldest trees in New Zealand. Okay. Take in the new and the old of Christchurch from above with a journey on the Christchurch gondola. This cable car lifts you on a scenic ride to the top of Mount Cavendish. Where to stay? Pick Heritage Christchurch for its central location and status as a world luxury hotel. It might cost a little extra, but it will be worth it. That gondola would be great. I mean, if it takes you all around, I see a little rust on the gondola, though. I don't like that. Nonetheless, oh man, Queenstown, New Zealand. Oh, I mean, is it me or is that not breathtaking? Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay. Located on the southwest side of the South Island, Queenstown has a well-deserved reputation as the adventure capital of New Zealand. During the winter and spring months, June to October, remember, they're in the southern hemisphere. Winter is June to October. Queenstown is known for world-class skiing. Of course, there's plenty to do in Queenstown year-round. Adventure activities such as bungee jumping, they're crazy over there. Skydiving, okay. Jet boating and river rafting will let you experience the region from dizzying heights and at breathtaking speeds, that's for sure. Queenstown is also home to the world's highest cliff jump, the Shotover Canyon Swing, where you can hurl yourself off a cliff in a number of different ways, including backwards or tied to a chair. No, thanks. Okay, so it sounds like extreme sports fans would love New Zealand. All right, if you haven't lost your appetite or your lunch on these adrenaline pumping activities, enjoy the dining scene in Queenstown. It's one of the best in New Zealand. As locals and tour guides alike will tell you, one of the best places to eat in Queenstown is Ferg Burger, which CNN says may be the best burger joint on the planet. Hello, Boyd. Welcome to the show. I did not even see you were here. I apologize. I am just reading. But okay, enjoy this. We're almost finished. Where to stay? The Queenstown Park Boutique Hotel is located on the edge of town. I can always do this. What am I doing? Just don't want it to fall over. Okay. Yeah. When we're not, okay, when we're talking, I'll flip it over. Okay, as I said, Queenstown Park Boutique Hotel is located on the edge of town, giving easy access to the restaurants and other shops, but also letting you sleep in relative peace away from the hub of activity. Oh man, look at this, guys. Okay, I do not know how to say this, but Te Wakarawarua Geothermal Valley, New Zealand. I've heard about this. I've watched a few different TV specials about this. Can I put it right over there? There we go. Okay. Look at that. That is amazing. Totally amazing. These waters are really warm. Okay. No list of the best places to go in New Zealand would be complete without mentioning Te Pua, the New Zealand Mayori Arts and Crafts Institute, located in Rotorua, Te Wakariwa. Oh my God. Geothermal Valley. At this Mayori Heritage Center, you can get an authentic steam box meal prepared using ancient geothermal cooking techniques. You'll also experience a Mayori welcome ceremony and traditional song and dance performance. That is so hard to say. The Te Wakariwariwa Geothermal Valley is also home to a number of active geysers, including Pohutu, the largest active geyser in the southern hemisphere. Mud pools are another natural attraction in the geothermal valley. These boiling pools reach temperatures of more than 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Where to stay? The Aura accommodation is nearby Rotorua. I think I said it right the last time. It's located on the coast of Lake Rotorua. The entire facility is powered by geothermal heat to give you a better appreciation for the valley. So cool. Okay, I've heard about this. The Waitomo Glowworm Caves in New Zealand. This is so cool. These are worms inside the cave, guys. That's special. Really special. Okay, the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, naturally illuminated by thousands of glowworms, are among the most unique places to go in New Zealand. And a visit to the caves is one experience you'll be hard-pressed to duplicate anywhere else. You can take a boat ride through the caves or learn about the history and science behind the phenomenon. Or if you want a unique adventure, try Blackwater rafting with the legendary Blackwater Rafting Company, which will float you on an inner tube down a subterranean stream. It will be pitch dark except for the glowworms, and you'll get to do everything from jumping off waterfalls to rappelling down cave walls. Choose your own adventure when you book the tour. You know, we're getting pressed for time, so I'm gonna. Yeah, there's still a few more. No, I can tell you some more. We have time. Okay, there are other non-glowworm caves in Waitomo too. Aranui Cave features ancient cave decorations. Ruakuri Cave has an awesome spiral entrance and unique limestone formations. And okay, more glowworms. But in this cave, you can do a walking tour rather than a water-based excursion. Where to stay? The Waitomo Caves Hotel is minutes from the famous Glowworm Caves. It offers a spa as well as cave tour reservations throughout its website. Okay, on to the next. Another beautiful site. Franz Josef Glacier, an active glacier. Very cool. Okay, you can hike an actual glacier in New Zealand. The Franz Josef Glacier plays host to both guided walks and jaw-dropping helicopter tours. Tours offer everything from ice climbing to a more relaxed hike on a 6.8 mile long glacier. That's a big glacier, all right? Won't you be freezing on top of the giant glacier? Nope. The Franz Josef Glacier receives a lot of sunlight, and temperatures on the ice are usually only a few degrees colder than in the nearby town. Fair enough. Cap off a day of touring the Franz Josef Glacier with a soak in the glacier hot pools. The pools are fed by the waters from the Franz Josef Glacier, and you can use one of the 3 warm pools or get a private pool. Where to stay? Franz Josef is a small enough town that precise location won't make too much of a difference. Consider the Aspen Court Franz Josef, which has received some of the best ratings in the area. All right. Oh, check this out, guys. The Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. Oh, man. That is something special. See New Zealand's highest mountains and longest glacier in Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. There's plenty of opportunities for hiking here, no matter what your skill level. For experienced climbers, there are 23 peaks over 9,800 feet. We're using my measurements here from the US. I'm sorry, we're not using metric. I know you guys to standard imperial measurements are like I am to metric. I'm still learning it here in Europe. But okay, for those looking for something a little more low-key, there are lots of walks along paved trails or boardwalks that still offer spectacular views. Hiking for everybody, they can say. Make sure you stay past sunset for a visit to the Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, where light pollution is strictly controlled for amazing stargazing opportunities. Oh, you can see the stars so good down there, I'm sure. Okay, where to stay? Located inside the national park, the Hermitage Hotel will put you close to everything you want to see and do. Splurge on a room with a view of Mount Cook. It's worth it. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for all of our top 10 places to go while you're in New Zealand. Okay. You know what? All I can say is some of the most beautiful scenes in the world, especially for nature, are in New Zealand. Okay. I'll say it for the third time. This is where they chose to film 6 of the most popular and best-selling movies of all time: the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy. Now you see why. So serene and beautiful. Okay, guys. That's going to do it for the 98th edition of Englishing with James Travel to New Zealand. I hope you liked it. Maybe there's some inspiration to visit this beautiful hidden diamond down under in the outback. I think it's worth it. I think I'll take my family there one day. It's on the list. So, having said that, everybody enjoy next week. The beginning of the vacation holiday for Chinese New Year is coming. So I know a lot of you are preparing and getting ready. Have fun celebrating. We'll see you next Sunday with another interesting number 98. Until then, ciao for now, guys. We'll see you soon.